In today's episode of Singapore Celebrates, we continue to find out how Singaporeans unite in celebration of our nation's 50th birthday. We visit a century-old bunker in Woodlands, meet veteran martial artists, and embark on a heartland trail. Hi, my name is Mallory, and as we come together to commemorate the occasion, we'll be exploring our nation's history and how it forms an integral part of our Singaporean identity. In our first story, we travel back in time into the forest of Woodlands to one of Singapore's most well-preserved World War II bunkers. The bunker stands as a testament to our nation's turbulent and often violent journey towards independence.
I'm with the National Heritage Board. Welcome to somewhere in Singapore.
Hidden away in a sleepy corner of Woodlands lies the Attap Valley Hill Bunker, a remnant of Singapore's violent past. Also known as Magazine 4 by the British High Command during World War II, the century-old bunker is open to the public for the first time in 70 years. Visitors can now put on their boots and trek deep into the jungles of Singapore's northern coastline to visit one of the most well-preserved historical sites in Singapore. This is part of the National Heritage Board's ongoing showcase on the battle for Singapore, and it hopes to educate young Singaporeans about our often forgotten war history.
It's the only one that we know that survived through the Second World War and Singapore's modernization, and we're very privileged to have one that still stands today that gives an idea of how the bunker looks like in the past. It's like a connection from today to all the way back to our colonial history.
Through the tour, the Singapore identity is reinforced by allowing visitors to immerse themselves in our colonial past and be reminded that our freedom has always hung by a thread.
I've always loved studying history, and I know how difficult it was back then and how many people had doubted us. And to think that, we've only reached 50 years as compared to many other countries, but they were 50 years that started off really difficult. And look at where we are right now. We are an anomaly in the region.
Today, the bunker is but an empty shell containing the memories and shadows of Singapore's journey towards independence. However, it is an important lesson for Singapore to remember as we strive further beyond 50 years. As Singapore celebrates our Golden Jubilee, it is appropriate for us to track back to Singapore's wartime era and appreciate that the road to independence has always been a rocky one.
Understanding our history is one of the ways for us to stay in touch with our heritage. But what better way to share this than having elders connect to the youths through martial arts?
Every Tuesday and Thursday afternoons, Escape Singapore is filled with students of all races practicing traditional Chinese martial arts. These young Bruce Lee and Chun Li wannabes train under the guidance of 4 veteran martial artists. This is all part of an SG50 initiative called SG50, Journey of Martial Apprenticeship. The 9-week project is a platform for youth to challenge themselves, to become stronger and more resilient people. More importantly, it aims to break barriers and to promote synergy between them. The students are split into teams, where they learn a unique set of martial arts skills from the different masters. Not only is this meant to encourage friendly competition, they also foster a sense of team spirit through group assignments and tasks.
I like martial arts so I can self-defense and be disciplined.
My friends help me when it's hard, and sometimes if they don't even understand Chinese, they will ask master to repeat, and then they will inform us again what the master was trying to say.
While students enjoy themselves at training sessions, the martial art veterans hope to teach more than just combat skills to these young apprentices.
I do not believe in teaching the kids for the sake of teaching them how to fight as in martial arts. It's a value. What values can they deprive? What can they get? How they become a human being, a man, responsible to society and to themselves and to the family.
其实新加坡最重要的，它是一个多元种族的一个国家哈。那其实不同的种族呢，要了解不同的文化，那么其实大家更能和睦相处。
SG50, Journey of Martial Apprenticeship, is more than just a program for students to pick up martial arts. In light of the nation's 50th birthday, this project provides an opportunity for youths to come together to build a more united Singapore.
And as the youths in Singapore take on an active role to celebrate the nation's Golden Jubilee, we explore a heritage trail that aims to engage the public beyond a superficial history lesson.
It may look like another heritage trail, but it is more than just a history lesson. The Diverse City Trails, organised by the Thought Collective, is a journey through one of the first housing estates in Singapore. Toa Payoh, which means big swamp in the Hokkien dialect, was a testbed for various initiatives to build social cohesion among residents. The trail aims to spark discussions on the balance of residents' interests, all with just a simple guided tour around the town.
The experience you get from the folks who live here is actually very different of how they see this space versus how we are seeing it. And so that really pleasant garden path thing that you all walked through just now, the older residents here actually really hate it. They call it like the winding path to hell, because to them it's just kind of like, okay, I just want to get to a place and you're making me like, do this thing, right?
Throughout each stage of the tour, participants were also encouraged to discuss their opinions about the stories the town had to offer, such as the Toa Payoh double murders in 1981.
Something happened to the place, so I think that it needs to be like ritually cleaned or something before you want to live there. But I guess if you don't know, you don't care.
Organisers also said that they wanted to show participants a different side to the usual SG50 narrative by bringing in more personal stories from the ground up.
The Singapore story has been very heavily about the leaders that have brought Singapore to where it is. Not to say that's not true, but I think that is also just that it's one narrative of many, many, many different people's narratives. There's also thousands and thousands of little stories of people who have also played their part in making Singapore what it was. They have also experienced that transformation, and they have played a part in that.
By giving a voice to stories from the heartlands, Diverse City Trails are a reminder that SG50 is about ordinary people and places as much as it is about our commercial successes.
4 more months left till we hit 50, so let us know how you're gearing up for the big day. Tweet us your ideas with the hashtag Rainbow50 or log on to www.channelrainbow.com and drop us a message in our chat box. See you again next week.